Well, sorry about the wind, guys, but welcome very much to the Sullivan's Project's Midmonth Review for the month of June 2019. That would make it Season 10, Episode 6. We're really kicking this, guys. I do a weekly TV show called Border County U.S.A. There was upload issues with some of the episodes this month, so we're going to catch that up here and show you which you missed. And we'll also do a quick recap on everything that is on that channel. And once again, thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys make this happen for me. And I'm not really so interested in the number of hits I get anymore. We don't have bikinis or space shuttle launches here in Arizona like we did in Florida. So I kind of understand how the numbers have tanked. But check it out. Tell friends about it. And it's called Border County U.S.A. It's also on Facebook. And you can also see most of the videos there on this channel. Thanks. God bless. Have a really great month. And a very safe 4th of July. God bless America.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I am well. Yourself?
I'm all right.
Oh, I should have left that door. I should have held that door for you.
No, you're good, my friend. Did you guys know this? If you ask somebody to come to Mass, 70% will say yes. How you all doing? You're live.
I thought you wanted a picture.
No, you're live. And what's your name?
Shaniqua.
Shaniqua. Glad to meet you.
Glad to meet you too.
Oh, we're going to the hooky love. Hooky, 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 hooky love. Everybody loves the hooky love. Where the long loves, the cow and the big luau. Oh, we'll throw our nets out into the sea, and all the amma come swimming to me. Oh, we're going to the hooky love. Hooky, 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 hooky love. Hooky, 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 hooky love. Hooky, 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 hooky love.
Yeah! Never say I don't love this place. The Buffalo Soldier Trail.
Oh, really? Buffalo Soldier Trail?
Yeah, and you guys are the Buffalo Soldiers.
Yes, we are.
Yes, you are. And your part in American history was very, very important. Even though
it wasn't so well recorded years ago.
I know, but even though Tucson picked the wrong side, we did. And you guys are great. And you've made a really great difference in this country and really made it great. So thanks very much.
We certainly hope so. How you doing, Pat?
You have my friend. You have my friend. So what's your name?
My name is B.J. Holloway.
Hello, B.J.
And I'm the chairman of the board of the Southwest Association of Buffalo Soldiers. How you doing, Bill?
Well, if it was a true story based on a true story.
Very few people around town get a road named after them. No, I know you. So, where are you guys from?
This is Christine Wolf.
Yeah, I know she is. She's one of my city councilwomen.
I am.
She is, and she's really awesome.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. And you and Gwen and Carolyn and William, and all the rest are just doing a really great job this year.
Oh, thank you.
And I really appreciate that. All right, guys, we've hit the mother lode here. This is my best friends on earth, the Sierra Vista EMS, Fire, Police, and these guys are really great. And so is Adam Thrasher and everybody who works for them. And they have a new chief who's actually pretty really great. I still owe you guys like $5,000 in ambulance service bills, but I will pay them.
Good job, thanks guys. If you want to download that app, it's all the information's right there. Yeah, no problem.
What's the app?
It's called a couple of the ones from on base. So I can show you right here if you'd like to go to the board.
Well, we're doing a TV show here, so
okay, I can tell you a little bit about it.
All right.
So Pulse Point is our app.
They used to do 2 pumps per second and 5 breaths, but not anymore, right?
So now we're going to go to 100 beats per minute.
Yep.
And you, on an adult, you want to go at least 2 inches down, and you want to let the chest recoil. And we're not asking them to get breath or anything, because this is CCR. It's a continuous compression resuscitation.
Yep.
This app here is called Pulse Point. It's going to alert you within the city when you put Sierra Vista Fire and Medical Services on it. Just say we're here and something happens at a subway, cardiac arrest. It'll notify you on your phone.
Yep.
So you'll pull out your phone. I can run you through the app here in a little bit. And then it's going to show a map, cardiac arrest at Subway. You're going to go there, make sure the patient...
But not the Subway.
I'm sorry?
But not the Subway.
Not the Subway.
Okay.
Just Subway sandwiches. And you're just going to go there, you're going to make sure the patient's unconscious. You'll shake them if they're not breathing or not responding to you. That's when you're going to start your compressions.
Well, you guys are absolutely awesome. And like I told the building manager over there at the city, I'm paying you guys first because you guys are really that awesome. And thanks very much for all you do. We really appreciate it more than you know.
Yes, sir.
That guy just fell in the water.
Do what?
That guy just fell in the water.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you guys do? Except for sell great stuff.
Yes, make earrings and bows. I do shirts, different custom orders.
Do you have a website?
I do. A Facebook, yeah.
My sister's the master.
So what's the website?
The Facebook? I don't know. It's this one.
My sister's name is Emma. That's why she's the mascot.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Great to meet you.
You too.
So how long have you all been with the PD?
I've only been since 2015.
Yeah, you?
14 years.
But I get so mad. I get so mad when they take you guys out. I really am. Or when you take your whole lives out. I really am. David Brown, the chief of Dallas Police, I know very well. Just knows how much this stuff kills me. And we do support the blues, so keep on true.
Thank you.
You're welcome, my friend. How you doing, my friend?
Doing well, how are you?
All right.
You okay?
You know what? I've actually gotten a lot of help from you guys last year.
Is that right? Good.
That is. And actually in Benson, they actually did a Christmas thing with songs that really beat anything down here. So you guys need to catch up to them. But thanks for...
Well, thank you, sir.
Thanks very much for keeping me alive as long as you have.
Oh, praise God. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it, sir. Appreciate
You're welcome,
God bless you, okay?
You're welcome, my friend.
Take care, sir.
And I always say, and it's true, I'll pay you back.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I know 4 languages really well. I know Italian, I know Japanese, I know Espanol, and I know a little bit of English. So thank you all for being here.
Hello.
Hola, mi amigo, ¿cómo está?
Oh, muy bien. ¿Y tú?
Todo. And your name is ¿qué?
My name is Beth.
And where do you work?
Lori's place.
And where's that?
That is on 214 Tacoma. Yeah, we help victims in the community.
And so does the CBC, I've learned.
Yeah.
And there's a good friend of mine here, the city councilwoman, who I've told all about them, so I'll tell them all about you. So do you have a website?
We do.
What is it?
Lori'sPlaceAZ.org.
Lori's Place.
Lori's Place, Cochise Family Advocacy Center. Yeah, where we help victims, children, adults, elderly.
And God knows we have so many of those here nowadays, especially with all this crap in the news.
Yes.
And what's your name?
My name is Lorraine. I'm a victim advocate also at Lori's Place. Yes.
Well, I'm actually a victim myself, so I appreciate you guys big time.
And thank you very much.
Thank you.
You know, we're glad that we're here and we can help anyone.
Hi there.
That is a victim of crime. It's unfortunate, but we are here to help them through that situation. So it's a good thing. Yes.
Keep on going, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
We're not a shelter, but we help through a couple months to help people in outreach and getting them help they need.
You know, one of my greatest Twitter followers is actually on Twitter, and her name is Abby Johnson, and she did this movie called Compassion, or I'm sorry, Unplanned. But the thing I really appreciated about her is she was compassionate on both sides of the fence, and both the lead actress and the movie itself follows me on Twitter where I did this movie. And just thank you guys so much for being so true to truth.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome, my friend.
Thank you.
Glad to meet you. Glad to meet you.
Glad to meet you.
This is John Wayne here.
His name's Reno. Yeah, he's a good boy.
But we really appreciate all you guys do.
Thank you for saying that.
We really do. But thanks for all you do. I'm serious. You guys are really, really great. We know the morale can really take a really bad hit on some days, but it's the news, not us.
Thank you for saying it. Nice words. Thank you.
You're welcome, my friend. Have a great day.
You too.
We love you guys. Thank you. Hola, ¿cómo estás, Omega? What's your name?
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne. You're from here?
Yes.
And where do you work?
Wonderless Cafe.
Well, guess what? Danielle Shepard is a very good friend of mine, and I just interviewed a very good, really hot Arizona superstar there on Monday. Yeah, and you guys are great, so thanks for all the great work you do.
Good to have you guys there.
What's your name?
I'm Malia. That's Danielle Shepard's daughter.
Really?
Yes.
You're the one that draws the art on sidewalks or stuff? That's someone else.
Like my cousin.
Really great to meet you guys. And here's one of my favorite places in town, the Good Neighbor Alliance. And they're actually over there on Railroad.
Yes.
They're on Railroad on 7th. And they do so much great work for all my great friends around here who are in so much need. And it's so good to finally see them here at the West End Fair.
Yes. Well, we've been here before, but not running the car show. I run Good Neighbor Alliance, and she's our case manager.
We know. We've seen it at church, and it's the 5th annual West End Car Show, Good Neighbor Alliance, on May 4th, right?
I didn't know you're recording.
I am.
Okay.
It's for a weekly TV show, but believe me, it's all for a good cause.
Okay.
It really is. And you guys are always one of my best friends ever around town for doing the right thing. Oh, getting filmed live. Hello, David. And we know Rich over here. How you doing, my friend?
Pretty good, yourself?
And we know you.
You do?
Yes, I do. Very well. And what's your name? She doesn't want to say. Okay, that's fine. I do. I'm 39.01 precinct PC, I think, but maybe not. But who knows? But just what a great place to live in, and what a great leader Kelly Ward is here for our Republican Party. And
did you sign Brandon Martin's petition?
I did actually when I signed him last week.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
So how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing fine.
Great. What's up with the Cincinnati hat? Where's that Cubs?
Cincinnati?
Chicago, I'm sorry. All right, my friend. Great to see you.
All right, good to see you, sir.
Look at this one. This is something right out of Tombstone.
That's where we're from.
How did I guess?
I don't know. Maybe because it says Tombstone Vigilantes.
Well, I've seen your cars and welcome very much to Sierra Vista, Arizona. You from Tombstone too?
Yep. We're all part of it.
This looks like a really bad Star Trek repeat, but really, you're from Tombstone?
We're the Vigilantes.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing with her, guys. This is just a really great shirt.
Oh.
Stick them out.
Suck it out, stick it out, right? Yeah, baby, stick it out. On her.
Watch out, you coming up. Look where he's pointing to. Yeah, right.
We'll call it a tie.
We'll call it a
That's
tie.
sweet of you.
And we love the tats.
Thank you.
What does that hat say?
Hornet.
The Hornet. CV-12. One of the World War II carriers.
Yeah, commissioned in 44.
So was the Midway commissioned in 43.
I thought Midway was later than the Hornet.
It was. I don't know how Admiral Richardson does these name things or number things. The Hornet was first, and the Midway came later. And I lived on the Midway for 2 years, but I just loved everyone on both of your all's carriers. So thanks very much for your service.
You're welcome. Do you remember the number of the Midway?
41.
Okay, this is 12.
I know.
So,
I can't figure it out.
So we were about 19. Now make it. Let's say it's 19, 20. No, 29 later for the Midway.
Yeah.
Unless there was another Midway.
It wasn't.
All right.
And there never will be again. And actually, unlike the Hornet, the Midway is actually a museum now in San Diego.
Hornet's in Alameda.
It is.
Yeah. Its claim to fame, which I found interesting, was well after I got off, as part of the Mercury program. It's picking up.
Yep, it was. It picked up John Glenn, Glenn Schirra, Cooper, Sky Carpenter, all of them.
Yeah.
So.
I went up.
And I have that on. I have that on video actually. Back when you were a teenager.
That was a long time ago.
It was. It was. But you know what? There's only one Mercury astronaut left alive now. Actually, I'm thinking probably none. But yeah, what a great space program we've had. And we've been kind of borrowing Russian rockets for the last 9 years, but that's all about to end. So the Russian collusion will end with the launch of the CST-100 with,
I'm so sorry, sir.
with United Space Lines this summer, and we'll get Americans back into space this summer on American rockets.
Hopefully.
We will. Thank you, my friend. Now, you guys know I'm a serious Star Trek fan, and I told our city councilwoman I was going to show up here in Spock ears. And R2D2 was the worst vacuum cleaner ever. But I just love you guys for your support for everything. I know you from somewhere. Vista Police Departments for being here to protect and serve. I sincerely mean that. And once again, thanks very much for watching. This is the Patterson Observatory behind me. It has a 20-meter, something like that. I don't know metrics, but it has a really large telescope here that really takes great pictures. And Cochise County, USA just happens to be the astronomy place to go on Earth if you're really interested in that kind of stuff like I am. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take you over to the Huachuca Astronomy Club. The Huachuca Astronomy Club meets every month. They're really great. Ted, the whole crowd is great. Some of these guys are eccentric, but I love eccentric. So let's go. They hold these meetings here at the Cochise College here in Sierra Vista at the Student Union. Like I said, on Fridays at 7 o'clock, about once a month. So just follow the Huachuca Astronomy Club on Facebook and you'll see more about that. Usually pretty packed. I'm really trying to get Alan Stern down here. He's a really good friend of mine who was in charge of the Pluto mission, New Horizons, and that was really, really super.
So minerals are generally an atomic lattice, meaning the atoms are all organized in very clean fashion. If you have a perfect diamond that's a perfect mineral and all the carbon atoms in that diamond are perfectly aligned, it will not glow. Now some diamonds do glow, some diamonds do fluoresce. And that's because there's impurities in the lattice. At certain places in the lattice, it's broken and there's an impurity in there, and that got in there when the diamond or whatever mineral it was formed. And it's that little dangling end there of the lattice that creates the fluorescence, and it's called a luminescent center. So this is where a single atom, the photon comes in, our blue photon comes in, it bounces around inside the atom, and then it leaves as another photon, but due to the bouncing around, it lost some energy, so it comes out at a different color. All right? So don't worry about the Swansky diagram, it's complicated. The idea is, photon comes in, atom grabs it, it rocks around a little bit, the atom lets it go, and it comes out a different color. Now, it gets a little more complicated even when you have multiple atoms and it's going back and forth and up and down and all this. Again, complicated. But the idea is, if you see one color, that's from one cascade of this. The color of the fluorescence does not tell you what the impurities are in the mineral. You can't say, oh, that's blue, that means that mineral has this in it. There's several things that can cause the same blue color. But what's important, and the key to this whole talk, is that if you see different colors, there's different contaminants or different atomic things going on in that mineral. So different colors means there's something geochemically different about that from A to B. You know, purple to red, different geochemistry, they're definitely different. Now, the good part is that you can fluoresce things that are as shallow as 1 part in 1 million. That's a big deal, because the only types of instruments that can sense 1 part in 1 million are mass spectrometers.
Hey there.
Hey there, how you doing?
Good. Pulling weeds.
Pulling weeds.
Oh yeah, I just try to get the ones in between and stuff so that they don't overgrow too much. Yeah. So you know, it's nothing to come out here. I'm taking out.
We have like 5 neighbors around here that have gotten really sick, and I'm thinking it's Fort Huachuca. They need to like pull their antennas like 12 degrees higher, because there's really something going around here. They have stage 4 cancer around here, and Ed's really sick, and you're really sick, and I'm really sick.
Yeah.
It's something going on.
Yep. Are you going out to take pictures?
Yeah.
All right.
I am actually.
I'd like to see them when you're done.
We're here at the Veteran Cemetery here in Western Sierra Vista, and heading up to Fort Huachuca for a 11 o'clock commemoration. And so we'll see you there. So we have a really great cast of stars here today. Mayor Rick Mueller, a bunch of sheriff deputies, Border Patrol, heroes from worldwide, from everywhere. It's just really great to see everyone here today. And William Benning is somewhere around here in the yellow shirt. There he is. We are really having a Sierra Vista day here. This video, even though we feature many active duty celebrities today, it's not about us. It's about them. Today is Memorial Day, and we will dedicate this film in honor of my friend Joseph Flagar, who died in the helo crash in 1987 off the USS Midway, for Tom Hiking, another good friend who, believe it or not, crashed on land in Japan, and for many other friends I've lost over the years.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2019 Memorial Day Observance Ceremony. Today, we remember the sacrifices of America's fallen from the Revolutionary War to the present. Distinguished guests joining us for today's ceremony are the host of today's event, our guest speaker, Major General Robert P. Walters, Jr., Commanding General, United States Army Intelligence Center of Excellence in Fort Huachuca, Command Sergeant Major Warren Robinson, Command Sergeant Major, United States Army Intelligence Center of Excellence in Fort Huachuca, and Mrs. Tamara Robinson. Major General Maria Barrett, Commanding General, United States Network Enterprise Technology Command, and Mr. Brian Barrett. Chief Warrant Officer 5, David Basili, Chief Warrant Officer of the Military Intelligence Corps. The Honorable Rick Mueller, Mayor, Sierra Vista, Arizona State, Cochise County, and Sierra Vista elected officials and community leaders, and members of the United States Armed Forces. Organizations participating in today's ceremony are the Fort Huachuca Joint Honor Guard, Gold Star family members, the Sergeant Audie Murphy Club, and the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 9972. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and render honors as our nation's colors are posted. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem, followed by the invocation given by Chaplain Paul.
And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous night. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof in the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave over the land of the free and the home
know those who are laying to rest here, but we are thankful to you for the generational effects of their sacrifice. In your presence this morning, we reflect on lives lived with honor for our nation's freedom.
Mayor Mueller, really good to see you here today, sir. Thank you for attending. General Barrett, thank you, ma'am, for being here. We have a number of leaders from our community with us today. We have elected officials. We have some of our first responders. We have some sheriff's department, local police, our federal agents, our border patrol that we partner with on a daily basis around here to keep our country safe and secure. We have a lot of veterans in the audience, and we have a lot of active duty military, and we have friends and family. And most importantly, we have Gold Star family members here with us today. So welcome each and every one of you. You know, as the Commanding General of Fort Huachuca, I get invited to a lot of events for speaking engagements. However, every time I'm asked to speak at a Memorial Day event, I'm humbled to do so. I'm humbled to speak on behalf of those brothers and sisters we honor here today. I believe it's important to keep in mind the reasons we take this day to step away from our jobs, step away from our daily routines, and reunite with our friends and family. It's difficult for me to see this day as a celebration. Instead, as we dedicate this day to those that we have lost, it's a reminder always to keep them in mind. It's a reminder to never forget who they were and what they did for us. As we move into June, I want to talk about something that happened 75 years ago. It was codenamed Operation Overlord, the D-Day invasion. It began a little after midnight, 6 June 1944. That's when 23,000 paratroopers and glider troops of the United States 82nd Airborne Division, the 101st Airborne Division, and the British 6th Airborne Division jumped into the night, landing on the field of Florence in France 6 weeks later. As I incredibly brave paratroopers, I wonder if they knew at the time the depth of the impact they were making on the world and to our initiatives in World War II. Then General Eisenhower charged those soldiers before D-Day. He told them, "You are about to embark on a great crusade. The free men of the world are marching today together for victory." Success in that mission meant the beginning of the end of the war in Europe. It also meant the surrender of Nazi Germany. It also meant the end of Hitler's regime. And it potentially saved hundreds of thousands of lives. Overlord also consisted of 5 beach landings along a 50-mile coastline. Those landings were known as Gold, Juno Beach, Sword Beach, Omaha Beach, Utah Beach. One of those designated landing zones, Gold Beach, was 5 miles wide. It was the central one. It was assaulted and taken by the British 50th Infantry Division. The soldiers of the 50th Infantry Division had a high reputation for their experience and their abilities to conduct amphibious landings. That morning, they were up to the task. They assaulted Gold Beach, they penetrated 6 miles inland, and they pushed back the German lines. Their efforts on Gold Beach allowed the British and Canadian troops to reunite to form a strong front line against German defenses and protect the American flank. Now, speaking of that American flank, it was U.S. troops that landed on Omaha and Utah beaches. It was the Americans' 29th Infantry Division and the Big Red 1, 1st Infantry Division. Our soldiers that landed on Omaha Beach were at a disadvantage. The enemy was well in place on the high ground. They had their weapons zeroed in on the landing zones. Our soldiers had to adjust their plan as they came ashore. They had to rush to the foothills of those cliffs and seize their strong points. Omaha was the final 5-mile link that brought together the British troops on Gold Beach and the other U.S. troops on Utah Beach. Securing Omaha provided the entrance for 34,000 Allied troops to continue to fight their way into France beyond the beach and push back the German defenses. Now the sad part. By the end of that day, 6th of June, 4,000 Allied troops had lost their lives. The U.S. alone suffered over 2,000 casualties. However, those sacrifices enabled 156,000 Allied troops to successfully continue the invasion of France. Now, although the complete Battle of Normandy lasted from June to August of 1944, it was that calculated, successful D-Day invasion that eventually led to the surrender of Nazi Germany. And so, in honor of the 75th anniversary of D-Day, I would like for us to remember the 2,000 American soldiers who landed from the sky, who stormed the beaches with bravery and without hesitation gave their lives for the freedom of others. As we reflect on D-Day and World War II, it is absolutely proper that we do it here on these hallowed grounds. For around us lie 488 World War II veterans. In addition to remember D-Day, 75 years ago, I want to talk about two individuals, two soldiers, two members of the Military Intelligence Corps. The first is Staff Sergeant Alexander W. Conrad. Staff Sergeant Conrad was a resident of Chandler, Arizona. He joined the Army right out of high school in 2010. He deployed to Afghanistan twice in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. As a human intelligence non-commissioned officer, he served with 3rd Special Forces Group out of Fort Bragg and was on the continent of Africa in the country of Somalia, supporting Operation Octave Shield. He was 26 years old on June 8, 2018. His unit was providing surveillance and assistance 220 miles southwest of Mogadishu when they came under heavy mortar fire and a small arms attack. On that day, Staff Sergeant Conrad gave his life for our country and for his fellow brothers and sisters in arms. He was awarded the Purple Heart Meritorious Service Medal. Today, we remember Staff Sergeant Conrad for his heroism and his sacrifice. The other soldier I want to talk about is named Major Brent R. Taylor. Major Taylor was a member of the Utah Army National Guard. You recognize his name, it's because he was also the mayor of North Ogden, Utah, which is a suburb city north of Salt Lake of 19,000 people. Major Taylor felt his call of duty to enlist after our nation was attacked on 9/11. His 5 brothers also enlisted in the years following 9/11. In 2006, he was commissioned from Brigham Young University as a military intelligence officer. Then, he had made his first trip to Afghanistan in 2012. So today, we remember Major Taylor. We remember him as a Utah native who was selected by the people of Ogden, North Ogden, to be their mayor in 2013. And then they re-elected him in 2017. We also remember him as someone who cared deeply for his family. He cared deeply for the city of North Ogden. In fact, he's known for getting an amphitheater built, public works buildings, and new roads in the city. Finally, we recognize him as someone who sacrificed his life because he believed, in his words, service is really what leadership is all about. Now, in conclusion, if you reflect back on President Reagan's farewell speech, he references the importance of remembering D-Day. He said, if we forget what we did, we won't know who we are. As we continue with this tradition of Memorial Day, let us not treat it like a holiday for celebration, but rather as a holiday for remembrance. Let us remember those who sacrificed their lives for us in Normandy. Let us remember Staff Sergeant Conrad.